Hi, I'm John Strohmeyer with Strohmeyer Law, and today we're answering the question, what is a power of appointment? Well, when we're dealing with trusts, we're trying to set up a method for distributing property to people that will happen somewhere way down the line. But we don't know what will happen and what could happen. So a power of appointment is a tool that we give to beneficiaries to allow them to change what will happen to that trust at some point in the future. Now, there's a lot that can go on with this, and there are a lot of options, so let's talk about some of it. Again, let's think first that power of appointment is a way for a beneficiary to change how a trust operates. First, we want to think about when can they make this work. Generally, a power of appointment is going to be a testamentary power of appointment, meaning it's something that will happen when that beneficiary dies, the change will become effective. That means that, they can use their last will or another document to say, when I die, this trust and anything that's left in it will go to this other person or will be in a trust that's subject to these rules. Another way of doing it would be having them exercise what is known as a lifetime power of appointment. And when it's a lifetime power of appointment, the beneficiary has the ability to change what happens to the trust while they're still alive. We don't use a lot of these because it can create some unfortunate or bad gift tax complications for the beneficiaries, but it is an option that sometimes we'll set up for a beneficiary. Another way of thinking of this, or another option, is what can the beneficiary do when they're exercising this power of appointment? Sometimes we want to limit how much they can change the trust. So there may be tax reasons for this, and we're going to say that the beneficiary can exercise their power of appointment, meaning they can change the trust on their death in favor of any person other than a small group of people that the estate or the tax code says is going to be bad for estate tax purposes. So the minimum that we want to put in there to avoid estate tax problems is going to be not allowing the beneficiary to exercise that power of appointment in favor of themselves, their estate, their creditors, or the creditors of their estate. So this really does leave open a lot of people who can benefit from that. Sometimes, though, families will say, we don't want to just let it pretty much be open to almost anybody. We want to keep it within the family. So parents may say, my children can exercise this power of appointment in favor of any of my descendants. And that's a smaller group than the ones that will avoid tax problems. They're just saying, keep this in the family. We don't want it to go any further. Somewhere in the middle, you could say any person, trust, or estate can be a beneficiary, allowing the trustee or the beneficiary to say, we're going to keep this in trust. We're going to keep it in trust for my kids, and here are the new terms of the trust. Alternatively, they could say it's going to be, the parents could set up and say, the beneficiary can exercise their power of appointment in favor of any of my descendants and any charity, or any charity that I choose. There's a lot of flexibility in who that beneficiary could be and who the possible beneficiaries of that power of appointment can be. And so when setting up a trust, we're counseling clients as to who the right answers are for their family. So to sum up, a power of appointment is a way for a beneficiary of a trust to alter a trust. It can be either a testamentary power of appointment, so on the beneficiary's death, giving them an option to alter the trust, or it can be a lifetime power of appointment, letting them do that while they're still alive. We're also going to want to think about who the permissible beneficiaries of that power of appointment can be. Is it going to be the minimum required to avoid estate tax problems, or is it going to be wide open and letting the beneficiary have as much control as they want?